that you feel like that got him going a little bit?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I knew, I mean, James is a really good player. He was going to get going at some point. He wasn't going to continue doing that. I was, we just needed to find some sparks to fight. I mean, we stayed small pretty much all night. They pounded us on the boards, but we were able to just keep on scrapping. And Dwight, they had Dwight scheduled for a few less minutes than that, but he got overextended. And the guys came in, and I thought they just kept fighting and did a nice job. Ty got in the paint a whole bunch again, which we needed to do. And two big free throws by Dwight at the end. So there are a lot of positives. We haven't had many positives this year so far, but that's something to build on. We just got to keep going.
Were you happy with sort of the level of sort of scrappiness defensively to make up for not having that second big?
Yeah, I didn't feel that up to this point that we fought hard enough, stayed diligent enough, stayed anything enough to win games. I mean, we weren't very good for 3 games. We got better in the first half last night. Today we able to string together. We had just a disastrous second quarter defensively, but we were able to score 33 points, and that's what's happened in the past. We've had a disastrous quarter defensively and a disastrous quarter offensively at the same time. So that's 39-23 instead of 39-33, and the game gets away from us. But we were able to kind of score the ball tonight. And like I said, we stayed smaller to try to just keep the courts a little more spread for our drivers, and just had to find a way to win some games.
You touched on Ty getting into the paint. Does he just need to understand he is a player, but he's always been going to help his team generate confidence?
Yeah, there's no excuse for how bad we played for 3 games. I mean, so don't get that. This is not an excuse. There's no excuse for that. That's terrible. You guys have played basketball their whole life. I told them the other day, you are professional basketball players. We're not playing lacrosse. I thought maybe they thought we'd change sports. But we haven't all had a lot of time together, and Ty hasn't had a lot of time. We missed a lot of practices, and we didn't play much. And just getting a rhythm requires you got to be on the floor. You got to burn through some. You got to burn your lungs out. And I thought we had a half a dozen guys that are going to play meaningful minutes. Dwight's doing it right now. Like Dwight looked at me and he said, "I really need to come out in about a minute, but I'm going to really try to run hard for a minute. My lungs are burning. I got to try to, blow out the carbon." And that's what you got to do. And I think our guys are getting a little bit of that out of them, that we didn't get much time in exhibition season to do that. But we're not yet in the shape we need to be in to play 48 minutes. We're getting closer. But I mean, I thought there was some good stuff. I thought to answer your question, I thought our scrappiness the level was much higher. We got on the floor for loose balls. We dug things out. We didn't, we honestly looked when I watched those tapes afterwards. We honestly looked, dinosaur slow. I mean, we just the ball was bouncing. They would already have it, and we'd go as they're dribbling. I'm like, what is going on? So I don't know what it was, but we were scrappier.
With James, it's more about just sticking with what he normally does instead of just trying to do something different.
Yeah, well, James is a scorer. He's going to score the basketball. He scored the basketball his whole life. You kind of do what you do. Like if you're a rebounder and you go out and you have 3 really poor rebounding games, I assume that which people do. And scoring the ball is an odd thing. It comes and it goes. And I told him, I said, you're just going to have to grind your way through it. That's all you can do. And it's strange because a lot of times when you're going through a rough patch, someone will swing, you'll get the ball with 2 seconds on the shot clock where you have nothing else to do. You rise up and shoot it, you don't think, and it goes in, and your whole world changes. You go like, oh, the ball actually goes in. Then you get hot. So it's a game of rhythm, and we didn't have a whole lot of rhythm in those games. But it was, like I said, we found a way to just keep on being scrappy. Having Dwight back, needless to say, was huge for us. Just it's his presence, but also it's his voice. I mean, the young guys are just having a hard time calling coverages. They see things so late. Clinton, Montrose are going to be very good players, but they have a lot of stuff coming at them. And having a guy out there who sees things ahead of time and I'm guarding the guard at the 3-point line. It's hard for me to see what's happening behind me. He's letting them know, and just having that voice out there made a big difference.
How difficult is that, even for a guy at James's level, to keep the faith that it will come?
Well, yeah, the only other option is to quit. So I don't know, I mean...
It's going to go on now.
No, you mean, you would never get here if you lost your faith in yourself, because I promise you, everybody said you can't play in the Pac-10 wherever he was and everything else, the whole thing. You know, no, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. You retire when you do that. When you go like, I don't have it and I'm all done, that's when you retire.
Kevin, is there any sense of relief based on the way the first 3 games have gone?
No, we're in a hole still, man. We've got a lot of work to do. I had said after the San Antonio game, with the guys that were there, I said we are a long way away from being a real functioning basketball team that can go in and win games and win tough games and stuff like that. We are not there yet, but we're closer. We're a step closer. You know, I mean, it always feels good to win, but the reality is that we've got a long way to go. I mean, you know, for parts in that game, I had a hard time. It's a new team in some ways for me. I'm having a hard time getting the pulse of it. And, you know, a lot of times when you're with guys and you're with your team long enough, you say, okay, boy, we need this infusion of this guy at this point. Or, boy, we need this guy does this. I'm not sure what we're getting out of the guys, so it's just kind of hard. It's just a lot of hit and miss. It feels honestly like a lot of darts, you know, just throwing them at the dartboard and seeing what we're getting. We'll zero in as a team, and then you say, okay, boy, this guy's proven in these situations that he gives us a big boost. The boosters and who's coming in and when and stuff like that, that all has yet to be kind of had worked its way out, and we didn't have a chance to do much of that. And honestly, you know, what I've been trying to do the first 3 games hasn't worked a lot. I mean, we put combinations out there that just honestly haven't worked. And hell, we had 5 guards for a while, I think. You know, and so we've tried just a myriad of things. And believe me, it's a lot more comforting with the coach when you say, okay, well, boy, we're not doing this well. This guy goes in, he plugs that hole. Or, man, our defense is shaky. We put this guy in and we pick it up. We are not at that point yet, so we're still, you know. But again, you know, that comes, and at least I hope it comes. Because if not, a lot of nights sitting over there.
Thank you.